If you have been looking at a SOC analyst job posting and feeling extremely overwhelmed by the list of skills that they want, this video is going to help you. I'm going to take a real SOC analyst job posting from a company in Ottawa called Kinaxis, and then walk you through exactly how to learn what they are asking for, provide you with free resources, and how to actually prove that you have the skills when you apply. By the end of this video, you are going to have a real plan instead of guessing. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos, hello, my name is Steven, and I've been working in cybersecurity for about a decade, mainly within the security operations domain. On this channel, you'll find videos on career guidance, lab walkthroughs, and projects that you can tackle and put onto your resume. I also run a free community for aspiring SOC analysts called the My D4SOC community. So if you want to be surrounded with like-minded individuals working towards the same goal, I would highly recommend checking it out. The link will be in the description down below. So to start, let me first give you a quick overview of the job that we're going to be working with. This is an information security analyst role at Kinaxis, which is a supply chain orchestration company based in Ottawa, with offices around the world. The role is part of their global Follow the Sun incident response team, meaning that you would be the first responder during the Eastern time zone hours. So you are doing initial triage, escalating to senior analyst, and assisting with investigations. Now, I want to call out something that's quite interesting about this posting before we dive in. They list this as a role that builds foundational security operation capabilities, kind of like entry level. But then in the qualifications, they ask for 3 to 5 years of experience. This, by the way, is quite common in the industry, and it is honestly frustrating for people trying to break in. My honest take is that the years of experience number is just a starting point for the conversation and not a hard rule. If you can demonstrate the skills that they're asking for, you can absolutely apply even if you do not hit the exact number. Taking a look at the first bucket of skills that you need to build is the foundational stuff. The Kinaxis posting asks for basic understanding of cybersecurity concepts like malware, phishing, authentication, and network security. They also want you to understand security technologies like firewalls, IDS, IPS, IAM, encryption, and authentication mechanisms. This, by the way, is where most beginners need to start. And honestly, the best free resource for this is Professor Messer on YouTube. He has full free courses for CompTIA A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus, and they cover almost everything in this foundation bucket. If you want to take the certification, that is a bonus, but you don't have to pay for the test to learn the material. The free training is right there. The next bucket is SIM and detection tooling. The Kinaxis posting specifically mentions Microsoft Sentinel and Splunk. They also mention XDR and EDR. For Microsoft Sentinel, the best free path is straight from Microsoft. They have a learning track called SC200, which covers Microsoft Sentinel, KQL, and Defender. It is part of Microsoft Learn and it is completely free. KQL, by the way, stands for Kusto Query Language, and it is the language that you use to query data in Sentinel. You absolutely need to know it if you are going after a Microsoft shop. But here is the thing that I would actually recommend you do alongside the Microsoft training, and that is to check out KC7 Cyber. That is a free gamified cybersecurity training platform where you investigate real attacks by writing KQL queries. It is honestly one of the best ways to learn KQL because you're applying it directly to investigations that mirror real SOC work. I've actually made a couple of videos on my channel as well going through some of these cases, and I'll leave a link down below for you to check it out. For Splunk, they have their own free training called Splunk Fundamentals 1 that is available on their education portal. You can also spin out Splunk on a virtual machine for free using their free version, which does let you ingest about 500 megs, which is plenty for learning. Now, for the hands-on practice portion with broader SOC analyst workflows, you want to check out Hack the Box as they have free tiers that give you access to fundamental courses and some hands-on labs as well. Cyber Defenders is also another great resource that I personally use quite often. The next bucket is understanding how attackers actually operate. This posting asked for knowledge of attacker TTPs, threat modeling, IOCs, IOAs, and the MITRE ATT&CK framework. For MITRE ATT&CK, you want to go straight to the source. MITRE has free training on their website. They have a attack fundamentals course and a cyber threat intelligence course that are both free and they are taught by the same people who built the framework. And honestly, the way you really internalize the MITRE ATT&CK framework is by applying it. So as you go through KC7 cases or Hack the Box or even Cyber Defenders, try to map what you are seeing back to the MITRE techniques. Was that initial access via phishing? Was the attacker dumping credentials? That framework will only stick when you use it. The next bucket is cloud. The posting mentions Azure, AWS, and GCP. Microsoft has a certification called the AZ900, which is their Azure Fundamentals course. The training material is on Microsoft Learn and it is completely free. You can also watch the John Seville YouTube channel, which has incredible free content on Azure. Whereas for AWS and GCP, they have free trainings on their platforms as well. So now you know what to learn and where to learn it. But knowing the material is not enough. You need to prove that you can actually apply it. A lot of beginners stop at the learning stage and they wonder why their applications are not getting any responses. The reason could be that they have nothing tangible to show. So what that means is that you'll need a portfolio. That means home labs, documented investigations, write-ups on GitHub or even LinkedIn. The hiring manager over at Kinaxis is likely going to be looking at hundreds of applications. And one of the ways that you could stand out is by showing that you've investigated an alert, what you found, and what kind of report you created. So as you go through the resources I just listed, make sure that you're documenting what you learned. Every lab that you complete, write a short summary. Every KQL query that you write, save it in a GitHub repository with notes. Every concept that you study, build a small lab to apply it. And actually on that note, if you're a hiring manager over at Kinaxis watching this video, please reach out to me. I do have members in the MyD for Forge who would be a perfect fit for this role. They have been doing exactly the work I just described, real investigations, real reports, real portfolios. So if you are looking for that kind of analyst, I can connect you. All right, back to you. So if you are wondering where to actually start, go through the resources I just listed. Professor Messer for the foundations, Microsoft Learn for Sentinel, KC7 for KQL, Hack the Box or Cyber Defenders for hands-on lab practice, and the MITRE ATT&CK for the attacker mindset. If you do have the discipline to put together a self-paced plan, you can absolutely do this on your own. But I will tell you what I personally believe. As someone trying to break in, your biggest enemy is not the lack of resources out there, it is the lack of structure and the time it takes to figure out exactly what to do next. You can spend 100 hours on YouTube videos that do not connect to each other, or you can spend hundreds of hours on a structured path that builds on itself. The second one is going to help you get hired faster. So if you are planning to invest in a paid option, I would highly recommend you check out the MyD for Forge. The Forge is an ongoing community built for aspiring SOC analysts, and one of the core programs inside is the 90-day SOC Accelerator. This is a structured 90-day path that walks you through alert triage, investigations, and documentation step by step. So you can build a real portfolio in 3 months. But it does not stop there. You also get continued access to the SOC simulator with simulated clients running Splunk, Microsoft Sentinel, and Defender XDR. So you can keep working with real alerts long after the 90 days are done. We run monthly capture the flag events so you can continue to apply what you learned, and you also get resume and report feedback. Now, don't get me wrong, the free options that I just talked about are great if you have the time to figure out the order, the priorities, and the gaps yourself. Whereas the MyD for Forge does all of that for you, and then it sticks around. You are not just taking a course and being on your own afterwards, you are building real skills inside an ongoing community of analysts and aspiring analysts. But whichever path you pick, the most important thing is that you start. Pick one resource, commit to it, and go. That is it for the video, and I hope that you found that informative. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribe if you want to. Remember to stay curious and do things differently.